Welcome back to Mended, episode 14. I got my boy Eddie here.
How are you?
Introduce yourself.
My name's Eddie Payne. How you doing today?
Where are you from?
I'm from Malden, Massachusetts, the Maplewood area.
You do look like a Malden kid.
I mean, handsome, funny, courageous, smart, intelligent. No, I'm just kidding.
Keep going. Go ahead, keep going.
First off, before we get started, I honestly want to say thank you for having me on here. And I genuinely am grateful for the opportunity to be up here because there's certain people that I respect and there's certain people that I clearly don't respect. And the people that I don't respect, you probably know because I won't even shake your hand. And the people that I do respect, and you're one of them, I'm going to come up here and just shoot the shit with you because you asked me to come up, and that's what it is. But I think this new profound friendship that we're starting to formulate is profound because, to be authentic, this woman hated me in the beginning stages of our development, and she really didn't like me, which is justifiable. And
I made sure you knew it. Every time we had an encounter, every time we had to see each other, you knew. Because that's the type of people we are, right? Like, you're going to know if I don't fuck with you because I'm not going to mislead you in any way.
I thought it was dope, though, because it was brutal. Like, the silent treatment that this woman can spew out of her pores is fucking phenomenal. You know, without any words being spoken, that she don't fuck with you. So I respected it, honestly.
You made it through the gauntlet.
It was dope, though. Sadistically, I would be like, we're going to be friends one day.
Yeah, you just wait.
But to make a long story short, I noticed with every single one of the people that I end up becoming like this with, and when someone calls on me, I show up. It's typically when there's resistance and people clash heads, and then we get the luxury to kind of smoothen things out. And then, because you find a new profound respect for individuals when it comes like that. You got to earn my respect, and typically to earn my respect, you have to be resistant to how I feel and act. Mm-hmm. And then I get an understanding about you and what you think. And then I end up giving you a shot, you give me a shot, and then we become cool as shit.
Yeah, because I feel like access shouldn't be granted so easily. You know what I mean? I think we need to normalize that. Stop granting access so easily. Protect yourself, protect your energy, protect your decisions, protect your, what you stand on.
100%.
And don't let people in so easily.
Yeah, to be able to hijack my thought process without allowing me to formulate a thought for myself is nuts. I don't let people do thinking for me. I get the luxury to formulate an opinion, and then I build off of that. I see way too many people, and in the industry too, they get hijacked and they end up conforming to other people's belief system because they're afraid to actually let their nuts hang.
Yeah.
And that's...
find things out for themselves.
Right? So I'll always... I have a profound respect for you, and from the bottom of my heart, I'm grateful that you allowed me to come up here.
It's my pleasure. Like I said, you made it through the gauntlet. I know I'm not easy to deal with, especially when I hate your guts. So I have a pretty high respect for you, too.
And I could identify with that, and thank you. But I could identify with that. She hated my guts, but I'm like, that ain't nothing new, sister. I hated me since I was a little kid anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Mm-hmm. But yeah, she asked me where I was from. The city of Malden, Massachusetts. So we're in Revere right now. It's for you people that don't know, Malden, it kind of gets slept on. A lot of people sleep on it. It's next to Everett, Medford. You can get to Somerville in 2 seconds. Chelsea was our number one rival growing up when it came to football and all that stuff. And I come from a neighborhood where we're from, the Maplewood side of Malden, where it was pretty rough growing up because we got in a lot of altercations with every single city to the point where it led, a couple of my friends getting murdered and, killed to a lot of incarcerations, to a lot of solitary confinement and being incarcerated, to the greatest thing that I was looking forward to was shoving contraband up my ass and hitting a unit, and that's as good as it gets for a kid like me. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we get a taste of this stupid recovery thing that everybody's resistant to, and then all of a sudden your life starts getting astronomically impressive. So it's been pretty wild, but it wasn't an easy task growing up inside of that city. It's because I felt like it was a scene from The Warriors, because we had a problem with every single surrounding city. And it was an interesting experience. A lot of incarcerations, though.
How old are you?
I'm 35.
Okay.
Can't believe I just... I forgot my age. She put me on blast. I don't even know how old I am.
We forget after 30, it's over. It's like, I don't forget. So you grew up in like the 90s, 2000s, experienced all of that?
Yeah, like I thought I was a member of G Unit at one phase in my development. Like,
I would rock the G Units all day.
Right?
Yeah, all day. I remember growing up. I grew up in East Boston, but some kid hung my only pair of G Units over the fucking telephone wire. I was devastated.
That deserves a beating.
Yeah, to this day, honestly.
Buddy, I really thought I was a member of G Unit. Like when the Get Rich or Die soundtrack came out, it was game over.
Did you end the movie?
Yes, dude. But I used to bump around like probably in a stolen car at this point. I'd just be cruising, Get Rich or Die trying like this.
50's little brother.
Yeah, that's my son. Some people say it's my spirit animal because, well, no, I actually just made that up. That's how I feel. That's how I. That's
no. For the record, no one's ever said that.
But like that's what it should have been. If anybody was gonna say that, like that's my spirit animal. But just even look at how profound the remarkable metamorphosis that took place inside of 50 Cent's life. Like the guy got clapped 9 times and then used his pain to get to the next phase in his development to be one of the greatest entrepreneurs that I could ever get the luxury to witness. So on a smaller scale, if you look at 50 Cent, that would probably be that would be the definition of change, right? That's why I love 50 Cent so much, and I feel like I can identify with the Get Rich or Die. Like that was my shit.
Yeah.
I still have a wife beater that I wear every Thursday when I get bored.
Every Thursday. Is there fucking any rhyme or reason behind the Thursday?
I don't know. I just kind of just made that up.
Oh, I can't. All right, so you grew up being 50's little brother, stealing cars, thought you would part of G Unit. What else?
I don't know. I was just infatuated, and this isn't everybody's truth based on their experience, but I got my neighborhood tattooed on my arm. Like, I'm talking about going to any lengths to, seek validation, and this might not be other people's story, but, like, if there was an altercation, the chances of me penetrating you with a sharp object were very, very high. And it could be, like, stupid things, like, if you looked at me or we got in, like, a physical altercation. Like, I know people in the recovery community that were locked up with me to this day that are, like, known. They've seen what it looks like, with no thought or hesitation, like, I would punch an officer. And, like, it didn't matter. Mm-hmm. And when you have to portray an image of a sociopath, when you're really not a bad person and you're genuinely a sweet, kind, considerate, good dude, and you got to act like that, that could do more psychological damage on somebody if fear was to cripple them, and then they could feel like they want to hide underneath a rock all day. Like, if you're acting like this, but internally you're crippled and shattered with fear, there's a huge discord right there. And the emptiness that I felt through engaging in acts of violence when it came to, like, doing things when I didn't want to and then, like, living up to that was a horrible experience. No wonder why I had to find an outlet. Like, if I didn't drink or get high, I probably would have hung off a fucking tree. To be honest with you, the dis-ease that I felt, if I didn't find some sort of euphoria to allow me to seek relief, I probably would have hung off a tree.
I feel like that's a lot of people's. That's part of their story.
And
For one reason or another.
And people can't see that. And it took a lot of work and a lot of intense work to realize that that character that you're projecting off to the universe to seek validation so individuals will like you, that discord in between that. And I talk about this, I said it on the Laced Up, like, you know, you build a calloused wall around a moat of shame, because I'm so afraid if you genuinely get to know me that you're not going to like me as a person. You're going to see a pathetic, shattered shell of a human being. And that's why I'm never going to let anybody in. It's very sad.
You still have that fear to this day?
Nah. People mistake my confidence for arrogance, and because they don't understand what it took for me to get here.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, that's an arrogant kid. And I go, no, 100% confidence. There's a difference between arrogance and confidence. Like, if I was to bring you to the carnival right now, and like, say I was bringing somebody on a date, and you know the basketball game when you go win those fucking Pikachu dolls, and you want to get somebody a Pikachu doll, and you give the dude a 10 spot, and he gives you 3 shots. Confidence is this. Hey, watch this. I'm going to get this in. And then I shoot the ball and it goes in. Arrogance is this. I'm sitting there going like this. And then I shoot the ball and the ball goes in, and then I start talking shit.
Yeah.
That's the difference between it. So, no, I'm very confident in the abilities that God provided me with and gifted me with. So it's like I don't feel like a nervous shipwreck today. I feel like I can just be me. And that's the most profound euphoria an individual could receive, is just being comfortable in their own flesh.
So aside from continuing to find yourself every day, like I feel like the rest of us do you feel like you've truly like found yourself to the point where you're able to every day be that confident and be true to yourself? Like you feel like you've reached to the point where like you have officially found yourself as who you are in comparison to who you used to try to be?
That was a very in-depth, I love that. We got to give her a 10. Dude, that was an in-depth, dope, like, think about
deep.
what just, that was dope. So, evolution, right? To become reborn and fall in love with the new version of yourself.
Have you done that?
I have, because it switches every year or 6 months. Like, if I was to look back at the beginning stages of when one got sober or they started this journey, evolution must take place, and I got to, like, die to that old version and accept, and die to that old version and accept, because if I'm over here, then I might not feel content. It's all about evolution and forward lateral and process. So I'm in the transition period right now as we speak to get to the next phase inside of my life, which is dope and scary at the same time. So all I know is I got acclimated with the source of a higher power, and all I have to know is when I start getting like flustered or rambunctious or sick,
Give it to God.
that's it. And it sounds wicked corny, but that's what's been working for almost a decade, and to the point where it's like, if a kid has a mindset to go to any lengths to be exposed of not being afraid, which you can do the math in your head, you'll engage him in a lot of activities that you probably don't want to. And then now you have the compassion to be sympathetic and kind and caring to those that are unconsciously committing suicide by getting high all day. And you can genuinely give them some time and guidance and wisdom and some love. That's remarkable. So, to answer your question, I don't feel like I'm complete or whole, but I do feel like we're on the right path here.
Yeah. So it's a yeah.
Yeah, I love
Because I mean,
myself.
we're all evolving. We're never gonna find, the truest version of ourselves. Like in this life, I don't believe. That's my belief. I think that till the day we die, we're gonna be changing and figuring out who we are and becoming better versions of ourselves if we're lucky.
Yeah.
But I think that like when somebody asks that question, you're able to answer it in that moment, and you should be able to, right? If you're living a decent life and you're actually trying every day to be a better version of yourself than yesterday, the answer should be yeah. I do feel like I've found myself up until this point, but I'm going to continue to find myself.
Yeah, and to recreate too.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like to recreate and to get to the next point in your life. And it's fascinating. It's truly fascinating to be like, wow, like I was a incarcerated, homeless heroin addict to now, you know, I do 12-step facilitation at one of the most prestigious establishments in the nation.
Period.
To be able to be part of something and have people invest in me and start opening up like sober living houses and like do things on the side and move in quiet and silence, because individuals will attack what they know, but they can't attack what they don't know. So just underneath the scene, we're doing some real things, helping a lot of people heal. And I think it's remarkable because it didn't look like that in the beginning stages. It looked like complete pain, darkness, and shatteredness. And now it looks like I actually can be infatuated with myself today, not from a narcissistic standpoint, which I do feel like majority of us do have those tendencies. Let's be serious.
Fact.
Like if you're not thinking about you all day long, the problem is how would you rather perceive yourself? Would you rather perceive yourself as a loving, kind, compassionate, considerate person? Or would you rather perceive yourself as low self-esteem, very insecure, and worthless? Right? And that's the whole point of adopting one of these higher powers that these people talk about. Because if I'm wallowing in low-calibrated states of consciousness and I perceive myself as a worthless loser, then that's probably the darkest neighborhood in America. But if I hire that being and be able to perceive myself in the lenses, I'm actually a really good person and I'll give the shirt off my back for anybody, what is your choice to be? Because I consider you a kind, awesome, amazing woman, and I consider this dude on the ones and twos back there, look at him. Kid's a man.
Thank you.
No problem, buddy.
Yeah, you're going to live up to your own standard, right? Most of the time.
Sorry.
He's just getting over a cold. Don't mind him.
It's okay, buddy. I get it.
It's going around.
Am I even holding this
Yeah, you're
right?
good. He would tell you. He'd be like giving you
Do
signals.
I have to hold it like it's a button?
No, you don't. I just do it so that I don't lose.
I'm a psycho. I thought that literally the whole time you had to press this thing, and I was holding it like a button, like I was speaking into a fucking walkie-talkie.
No. You just hold it comfortably. Yeah, no, that's just my technique.
All right, it's dope.
So how old were you when you started using?
It was actually inside of this city. How do you like them apples?
Revere?
Yup.
Good old Revere.
No, but it was like in Malden on the border, and then, you know, we ended up fishbowling a car. We were at a party. I'm not going to say no names. One of the girls ended up dying, but, you know, we're from Malden. We got invited to, you know, a party in Revere, and the first time I smoked bud, yo, these kids back in the day, it was crazy because like they would give you 2 in the chest. Like, you remember that game? If you like let the hit out when you were like smoking, they would punch you in the chest.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
we the only weirdos that did that.
No, wait. My first time smoking weed, and the only time I ever smoked weed, I was on a 3 blunt rotation.
Yeah.
Okay? Dude, I was like, bro.
No, I got threatened the first time smoking weed. So we're inside the car. First off, we like broke inside of the neighbor's car and we started fishbowling it. So before we go up to this party, and all of a sudden I don't know, these kids are all like seasoned vets, and they're passing probably about like three blunts, and it got so fishbowled in the car that I was laying on the ground of the car trying to breathe under the seat to get oxygen.
Anywhere there's no fucking clouds of smoke.
Yo, I was like underneath going and the kid's like, and I'm looking at him like wicked, like I'm like rocked, kid. And I go to open the door up, and they all looked at me. They were like, if you open this car door, we're going to kick the shit out of you. And I was just like,
I can't fucking
Fuck.
breathe.
yeah, I was like laying on the floor of the car trying to breathe. And these kids were vicious. So we go upstairs to the party. I'm legless at this point. Like, I can't even walk. So they're all making fun of me because I'm the loser that's laying on the couch. But I was just a little peanut. I was like 12 years old.
Yeah.
I couldn't walk.
They were fucked up.
Yeah, rocked. And they fed me a piece of chocolate cake. Rest in peace. It was Ashley Reynolds. And they fed me a piece of chocolate cake. And I'm laying on the couch like a fucking weirdo, dude. Like, and all my friends are making fun of me going, you're embarrassing us. Get up. And I was like, dude, I can't. So, like, Ashley's like, she was like a mother, dude. She came up, started, like, petting me, telling me everything's going to be okay. Like, she was, like, wiping my little face off from the chocolate. They gave me a blanket. The whole party's going on. I'm the dude on the couch.
She's swaddling you.
She was, yeah. And this is why I might have had some sort of correlation between this is a very good experience. Because probably if this didn't happen at the end of the night, I probably would have been like, I'm never doing that again. So I couldn't walk, and everybody's like, come on, let's go. It's time to go home. The party's over. And they were like, no, he can stay over. Like, he's good. And my friend's like, you're an embarrassment. And they, like, leave. And, like, you know, I lost my virginity that night.
Yeah,
right?
you got high as fuck.
I got high, laid on the couch. Next thing you know, I lost my virginity. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like, maybe that's the correlation where I don't ever want to be sober again.
Oh, I thought you meant you lost your virginity to drugs.
No, I lost.
I got that.
No,
I didn't.
Like, and drugs.
Oh,
and,
all right.
Like, I think she premeditated that.
Oh,
So she was, I was laying on the couch like this,
I'm such an idiot.
and she goes, no, he could stay over. And I'm like the kid that's sleeping on the couch. And then all of a sudden later on that night, I was just laying there like I have no idea what's going on.
Dad.
12, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, she handled business. And
She probably knew what she was doing. She took advantage of you, poor thing.
it was horrible. The next day, my friends would go, you are an embarrassment. Like, you are a fucking loser. We're never doing that again with you. And I was just like, yeah, my apologies, buddy. I am a loser. I'm sorry that happened. And so I was 12 years old. And then the chain of events, it progressed pretty quick. You know how that goes. It goes from, like, getting banged up that one time and then waiting the following Friday to do it again, right? You know that. And then it goes Friday and Saturday, and then the progression is like, well, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday because the Bruins are on. You know what time it is, my guy. And then it's Friday, Saturday, the Bruins, and then water bottles full of vodka in the corridor in school. And then it goes an everyday ritual to an every hour ritual, and then become a glutton, and it's whenever I can get my fucking hands on it. So the progressive nature progressed kind of quick too, because that was 12, maintained weed, and then the first time I got incarcerated was 17 years old for an armed robbery, and then that's the first time I fell in love with the euphoria of an opiate, because once again, fear crippled me. Somebody broke out a line of Suboxone, and I was more afraid if I denied it, they would think that I was a rat. So I'm like, yeah, let me get that. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough, and that was, I can't say that became an everyday ritual, but I still, like, I'll never forget that feeling. I was doing pull-ups that day with the best of them.
Yeah.
I was feeling
You opened
myself.
up the floodgates.
Oh, I was like, it was a warm, fuzzy feeling on that moment, and then that's what it looked like for like a long time. It would just get out for like 30, 40 days, catch like a little bid, go back for 6 months, get out for like 9 months, catch an 18-month bid, go back, get out. So it was just like it was some time. And the first time I ever got a dose of recovery, I went to the Meridian house.
Shout out to I feel like it's been in every episode, the Meridian house.
It created winners, like, and me just getting vulnerable right now, like, and you guys might make fun of me, and anybody that watches this might make fun of me, but I couldn't even brush my teeth properly.
Dude, what?
Pathetic.
No one can coming through.
Didn't know how to make my bed. Inside of my sick, warped head, it's like, what the fuck's the point of it anyhow? I'm hopping back in it in 8 hours.
Yeah.
Like, that's some sick shit. And I can say the Meridian House planted some profound seeds and allowed me to be aware of my surroundings. It allowed me to learn how to make my bed and to get up and clean. I think that was a profound staple inside of my life to where I am today. So shout out to the Meridian House. Like, I got kicked out because I was engaging in sexual activities while there, but I can give the Meridian House a shout out, no matter how bad people say it sucks, and which it did.
It does.
Actually saved my life.
Yeah. It ain't for the weak.
No.
At all.
Nah. I kind of liked it, though. I figured out the algorithm.
Did you?
So now I'm talkative. Now, like, I'll talk. Before, I was like a mute.
Before the Meridian House?
Before anything. Like, I wouldn't speak unless spoken to. And it would be really, like, short answers. I tend to do that a lot, too. Like, if I'm in a room with a whole bunch of bosses, I get really quiet.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't talk unless I'm spoken to.
I study moves. Like, if I'm like, oh, this is, like, if there's some serious dudes in the room, I'm going to study their moves because I'm attracted to what they have. So I'm just like this. They probably think I'm, like, slow or something. They're probably like, what is this kid doing? No, I'm studying because I want to get to where you're at. That's what I do. So, what were we talking about?
How you were a mute.
Oh, I wouldn't
used to
say,
be a mute.
I wouldn't say anything. I would just look at somebody. So I figured it out. They give you something called an all day. So that means you can't speak to anybody all day.
At the Meridian House?
Yeah. So
like as a punishment?
It's a punishment. So, like, say, for instance, you leave your cup right here on the table. And I don't say I'm aware of my cup and, like, announce it to the public. You could, like, write me up. And I would have to write a fucking 3-page paper on awareness.
And then not speak.
So you get enough of those, it's called an all day, and that consists of you're not eligible to speak all day. So I would just be
I can't even imagine a kid like you being silenced. In any way, shape, and form.
It is
today, like as we stand, I can't imagine anyone shutting you the fuck up.
It was hard.
That must have been real humbling.
No, because look, I figured it out. I was so like discontent with
Well, you were a
myself.
shell, yeah.
And I was just so like confused inside and like discontent that I figured out if I just get all days and don't have to speak to anybody, I'll be able to just get out of here and be probation. So I didn't speak to anybody for 90 days.
Dude, what?
I would just be in the corner like this. Eating some fucking porridge, dude.
So the all days actually benefited you.
To an extent, but it got me more sick because I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm just gonna bang out 9
Yeah,
months.
because you're
and not...
so disconnected and like you can't even recover.
I swear to God, I was like, I figured this out.
You were trying to manipulate the fucking all days.
I did. I was just scrub a window for 10 hours. Not talk to anybody. I'm just like, I felt like Daniel's son.
Dude.
It was dope, though. And then Francine, she was from East Boston, one of the best probation officers in the world. Her name was Francine. She basically called me on my behavior and said, buddy, you can't purposely get these restrictions to not speak to people. And I go, I don't want to have any friends. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here because I'm stipulated. Now I have to speak to people? This is crazy. And she made me see a bigger picture. She was just like, if you keep maliciously getting all days, we're going to have to incarcerate you again. So you got to figure it out. I'm like, thanks.
So you started talking again.
Started talking.
All right. How long were you in the program for?
9 months.
All right. That's a long time.
I did good.
Yeah.
And I got kicked out. Then I went to the Festus house up the street, which was a complete disaster. So if you were to label like somebody having a choice of drugs or what they would selfishly desire to feel relief, mine would be angel dust. So the day I get kicked out the Meridian house, I'm still sober though. I just got kicked out for my behaviors, like trying to holler at chicks.
Yeah.
I go to the Festus house and dude, all I smell is angel dust. All I smell is dust throughout the whole house.
Johnny was alive at the time?
No.
Wow.
Rest in peace. I heard he was a good dude, right?
Yeah, he was.
But like we were there, all I smelled was dust. And all of a sudden I open up the freezer. And I can't even make this up. The whole freezer was just infested with angel dust.
Who the fuck would do that?
I know. I was just like, and this is my life. So I found myself fucking doing the moonwalk down Meridian Street. I was doing the Macarena aggressively going down the Meridian Street. I was at the social center aggressively twerking.
Dude, whose angel dust was it?
I can't confirm or deny. No, I don't know.
It was just there?
No, it was some kids.
Like,
but
who the fuck opens a freezer full of angel
It was
dust?
horrible. It was a setup. I just couldn't.
Bro, so then what?
I got high, but the first, I don't know. I just got high, and then
Did you go back to jail?
no. I just was pretending to be sober at this point. I relapsed and was still like showing up, pretending like I was sober. And then a weird experience happened to me, and rest in peace to the kid. I'll never forget what happened. So it's pretty funny how like excuses to get high, like the progression of that, like this is what happened and this is what I utilized to go off the deep end. It was the most sickest, distraught, fucked up thing somebody could say or do. So we're on the second floor. Me and this kid were watching ESPN. It's probably like 1 o'clock in the morning. You hear this.
Still at the same house?
Yeah, because like they didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, you're just fucking full sending it. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm trying to stay sober at this point. But like I got high, and then like I was like, oh, it's time to lock in. But I still felt worthless. But I was still faking the funk like dudes were sober.
Yeah.
I hear this on the front door at 1:30 in the morning. So like I'm like, get up, go in the kitchen, grab a butcher knife. I open the door up, and it's a kid on the third floor. Like his eyes are like bugged out. He's like, I think somebody's dead in the bathroom upstairs. So I'm like, what? So I grab the Narcan and I run upstairs, and his body's like blocking the door. So I kick the door open, and because we kicked the door open, there's blood everywhere. So I'm like performing CPR on this lifeless corpse, and there's blood all over me. His blood's all over me. Mm-hmm. So think of how like distraught.
Super traumatic.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I have this kid's blood all over me. I'm like covered in blood. The kid's dead. I'm performing CPR on a dead corpse, and his blood's on me. So the owner of the house at the time just starts screaming, going, "Who broke my door?" And I was just like, and just like lost it.
Yeah.
Right? At the wrong time. Like, take it out of the rent. I don't know what to tell you. Like, don't ask me right now when I'm covered in.
Yeah. No processing, psychotic. No opportunity to like
fix it.
Come back from that.
So I utilized that excuse to get wrecked.
It's not the worst excuse that I've heard to go get fucked up. I mean, that is super traumatic, and it is a lot for someone who was barely even sober to have to do. Obviously, there's no excuse to use, but...
Yeah, but I thought it was... Because, look, I fooled a lot of people with that sympathy story, right? Even the probation officer, let me off the hook.
Because it's fucking traumatic.
True, but I was...
Narcan in someone alone is traumatic.
Yeah.
CPR on somebody alone, traumatic. You add the fucking blood, the this, the that, the situation. That's traumatic. You didn't have to use over it, though. But...
No, so I was just like... So I presented the story. I'm on drug court in East Boston at this point, right? Actually, I forgot what it was called, but one of my friends... it wasn't drug court. It was the program. I forgot what it was called. It wasn't Francine ran it, though. I was in there with a couple dudes. My buddy Drew, my buddy Mike Pavone. He used to come and watch us attend when he probably should have been there himself. So we're at this program, and they would do it on Tuesdays and Friday nights, and it was like a mandatory thing that your probation officer made you do. And I'm sitting there knowing the court's closed, and this woman Deb is asking us what we're gonna do for the weekend, and I just look at I look at this kid Drew, and I look at her, and I was just with all due respect, I was I'm going to get fucked up. And she was like, "No, you're doing so good." I was like, "Listen, here's what's happening. I'm sorry I let you down, but I'm going to handle this right now. I'm going to finish this class because I actually respect you and you do a good job, but I'm leaving and going to get high right now." And she had tears in her eyes. It was like weird.
Yeah, because imagine people care.
She was like, "You're such a good kid." I was like, "I can't. There's no controlling it." Now I know that's called the mental obsession, and I was probably going to get high or drunk soon anyways.
Yeah, you had already mentally relapsed.
Yeah, it was on.
Yeah.
But like that was the excuse. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. Like that made sense to me to be like, all right, let's justify.
Yeah.
Right.
You probably also didn't know how to process it either. The only thing you knew is to get high.
And it only lasted I think like a week. It lasted like a week. And then the pain was so astronomical and you realize that this has no value. Mm-hmm. Like this high thing doesn't have value anymore. It doesn't allow me to feel like Brad Pitt when I have low self-esteem. Right? It doesn't allow me to feel gorgeous internally. It's actually not doing its due diligence. It's not serving a purpose. It has no more value. And that's probably the darkest moment in your life when you're engaging in an activity and it's not serving justice anymore. You're like...
So degrading. Yeah.
What the fuck? I just gave everything away for this one thing, and this one thing just turned around and bit me in the ball.
Yeah.
That's psychotic.
Do you feel like, though, because you got a taste of recovery a few times, your relapses became different?
Yeah, because you understand that if you do put this into practical application, and you do take profound suggestions from individuals that are leading with acts of kindness, of course. Mm-hmm. Like, there's a way out instead of going like, there's no end all be all. There's no fucking pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. There's no, this is it. No, I got a taste where I see people like actually waking up and getting their kids back and smiling.
Yeah, you had the knowledge at that point.
Yeah, and I was like, this is whack.
Mm-hmm. Get me back to a sober house. Get me to a meeting.
I'm like, dude, do something.
Call Deb.
Yeah, Deb, I love you, girl. I think she works at the Child Center House right now.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, she's dope. She's good people.
Send her the link. So what else? So where did you end up, and like what was the turning point for you in your recovery? Like what set you sailing, do you feel like?
I went to Plymouth High Point this time around, almost like 9 years ago. And can you guys identify with that?
He's from the area.
Oh, Plymouth High Point's.
Plymouth, Mass?
Yeah.
Yeah. Went to Brockton.
He went to Brockton High Point, but
Okay.
he's from Plymouth, so anytime I hear of that area, that's why I give him a glance.
So it was pretty funny. So I ended up going into this counselor's office, and I got a fiance now, so I'm just going to get honest, and she's going to smile when she sees this, 100% factual. But, like, I don't know why I thought I could, like, be charming towards the counselor. Right? Like, but, like, I thought I was going to be charming.
Yeah.
So she was, like, pretty hot, too. I'm not going to lie. Like, she was a decent-looking chick, so I, like, walked in there, and I was just like...
What's up, ma?
I was just like hair sticking up. I had crust in my eye. Just woke up from a slumber, and she's like, "I'm like, what up, girl?" And she was like, "Sit down."
Fuck out.
No,
Yeah.
she was such a G. She was like, "Sit down." She goes, "Did you have enough?" I was like, "Enough of what?" She was like,
Never
"This."
enough.
And then I saw the big book. Shout out to the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. She had the big book on her desk, and I was like, I heard that was the second best-selling book in the nation other than the Holy Bible, because that's the truth. And she pushed it at me, and she was like, if you want to change your life, do this. This woman got me a scholarship to a 12-step retreat, and I don't even know her. I go there, I go through this process of the 12 steps, and then I just started helping mad people. But it was as simple as that, an act of kindness. Like, some person was just kind. I got a scholarship to an establishment, and I felt like fucking Jack Dawson on the Titanic. I knew that there was no other options, and nobody's really been kind to me like that. So she gave me the scholarship. I ran with it, and I kind of just kept putting one foot in front of the other. And then I started helping an abundance of people with, like, bringing them through the process. And then I had a couple jobs inside the treatment industry. Like, I worked at Northeastern. I worked at Banyan, which was garbage. That place was trash. I worked at Clarity Health, and then Eddie McGrath gave me a chance for Rockland Recovery, which is pretty hard too, because look, not too many people like me, and that's just the truth. It's either you like me or you don't, and that's it. There's no in between. There's no middle of the road solution. You either like me or you don't. And he said, I'm going to give you a shot, and little did he know that this is what I love this stuff. Right? I made a devotion to myself that I was going to help fucking shattered people. And I go inside there, and I just really took it really serious. And I honestly will forever be in debt because nobody else is willing to bet on it. Nobody else. And I was like, okay, this is what I do. So throughout the course of the years, I really decided to lock in, and I would be labeled as an autodidact.
What the fuck is that?
That's a self-taught person. Right? And I started getting infatuated with just studying spiritual practices, from Catholicism to the Tao to Hinduism to attacking chakra waves to whatever level of consciousness. And I got really good at doing that. So, you know, I meditate every morning when I wake up, a half hour. I love the power of prayer, which sounds really corny and weird, but I just love to pray. That's like one of my things. If you were to look at me right now and be like, he's just kind of him. What people don't know is I love the power of prayer. I'm infatuated with it. Like, I'll pray every night before I go to sleep. My fiance like looks at me like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I just pray. That's what I do. I don't think that I'm holier than thou. I'm probably more jacked up than majority of these people, right? But he gave me a chance, and I ran with it, and it's been a profound experience. And now I get the luxury to basically facilitate almost 100% of SUD groups inside of Massachusetts Centers for Addiction, which is profound. That's a lot of groups. And you know, you work inside a treatment that does a wear and tear on your soul. Your soul can bleed some days. But as long as you're ready to make a sacrifice to be able to help somebody, you're going to get rewarded internally for it. And that's what we decided to do. We sign up so we could be of maximum service to broken people.
Fact.
I get rewarded with that. So I wouldn't have it any other way.
Me neither.
This is what we do.
Even on the toughest days.
Oh, buddy. The soul can bleed at times. That's why you got to take some vacations.
Yeah. I take my vacations every year.
You have to, buddy.
Yeah, you have to.
The soul will bleed.
Compassion fatigue is real.
Even when there's no patience to, like, remark on. Like sometimes you're just like, patience and tolerance. They're sick and suffering. It's just like, pull your head out of your ass, Johnny.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes it's having like a basic conversation, not even like about anything. It's just like, yo, I can't listen to any more words.
Literally.
I cannot listen. I drive home in silence.
That's a form of meditation, and I figured that out. I do the same thing.
Is it? I don't meditate.
No, that is a
meditate.
form. Well, traditionally, meditation would be labeled as like sitting Indian style. That's traditional meditation. You driving home in silence is a form of meditation.
Really?
Yeah, to sit in silence, right? Like, you can even meditate in the shower, and this is going to sound weird, but hear me out. The whole purpose is like practicing living in the present moment. So like when you're showering, this is what it looks like when I shower. Like, I get weird, dude. I go to the back of my neck, to my armpit, to the back of my leg, and my head's all over the place. I bring it in. I go, right arm. And you'll be, it's so funny because right when you focus it on washing your right arm, it will start like breaking to other things.
Really?
Yeah, watch, try it. You'll be like, right arm. I got to feed the dog. I got to bring my kid to school. It's like, no, right arm.
Yeah.
And then you switch left arm, and then you watch each body, like each part of your body, and you bring it into that moment. That's a form of meditation too. Yeah, I've been practicing that.
Well, I don't meditate because I don't we do meditation here and stuff, and if I'm in a group, I can't like shut the lights off and close my eyes. I can't be out of control of my surroundings. I'm never safe or comfortable enough to do that, to put myself in a meditative state and really dial into myself and not focus on my surroundings. I always have to be in control. But I can sit with myself with no problem. Like I have no issue with isolation. It's not dangerous for me at all. Like it's my form of recharge. So I guess if you call that meditation, that's what I can do. But I can't do it the traditional style of meditation. No.
I respect it. Yeah, same thing. Like I drive in silence.
Yeah, you need to sometimes, especially with the work that we do.
Yeah,
What's your job title over there?
So I'm a group facilitator,
Okay.
12-step group facilitator. I do a little bit more than that, though. Like I run around, and I noticed that it's all about what happens in the milieu. So the client retention rate, like I'll do some things in the milieu because sometimes being an individual inside of recovery has nothing to do with the work. Even learning how to like communicate and laugh again is a foreign affair.
Yeah.
Like people that you don't know, like you walk up to, you can't feel comfortable with these people. Like I feel like weird. So I'll make sure that they feel like a human being and then I'll exploit it.
Yeah.
Like, so I basically am a man of all hats over there. But it's hard being the 12-step group facilitator because that's what the foundation is based off of.
Yeah.
So you better show up.
You got a lot of responsibility.
You better show up.
Yeah.
Or you'll...
46 minutes.
Okay.
all right.
Perfect. All right. Well, if you had to end it with anything, what would you end it with?
I'm extremely grateful that I got the luxury to do this. Thank you for having me from the bottom of my heart. And
It's our pleasure.
if I was to end it with anything, show up when you're asked, right? And if you work inside the trenches like we do, I want you to realize that if your soul's bleeding, show yourself some self-love and some self-care. Because if you're running on empty, you're not going to provide shattered people with anything. Take a step back, put some air in your fucking lungs, charge back up, and remember the reason why we started this journey is to help people so they don't unconsciously commit suicide. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. See you next week.